The most horrific cases of child abuse in Bexar County finally hitting a courtroom.
The torturous death of 5-year-old Mercedes Losoya shocked many of us back in 2022. Now the man accused in the case, Jose Ruiz, is on trial.
Erica Hernandez is live at the Justice Center with opening arguments, and there was a lot of arguments in their opens from both sides. Erica?
Yeah, that's correct, David. As the state laid out their case and discussed the horrific details they say that Mercedes endured, on the other end, the defense, their opening, it was quite bizarre, I will say, as it was full of objections. Now, I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a bit. But here's a little background on this case for those of you who are just catching up. Now, 5-year-old Mercedes Losoya was brought to a Southside hospital unconscious on February 7, 2022. She died minutes after she was brought in by her mother, Katrina Mendoza. Now, in opening, the state says Mendoza, along with her boyfriend, Jose Ruiz, tortured her for about 2 weeks, all of it done in front of her then 6-year-old sister. And the state says there was even neighbors who could hear Mercedes crying through the walls and screaming in pain. During the defense opening, they blame Mendoza for Mercedes' death, saying she shoved food and a spoon in her mouth, causing her to asphyxiate. But a lot of their opening was objected for being argumentative and saying things that they were previously ordered not to say. It got so bad at one point that the judge ordered the jury out so she could remind the defense of what they could and couldn't say. But when the jury came back in, a lot of the same continued. Here's some of that back and forth.
The reality is you're going to be making your decision based on the evidence that's presented against Jose Angel. There are clarifications, and we'll have to wait until the end to find out.
Object to any press. It's not something that should come in evidence.
Excuse me, counsel. Make your opening statements. Opening statements are what you believe the evidence will show.
Now, just up after that, their opening then abruptly just kind of wrapped up. Now, Mendoza has taken a plea deal in this case in exchange for her testimony. So at some point, she is expected to take the stand during this trial. Ruiz has pleaded not guilty to 8 counts of injury to a child. But if he is found guilty, he faces up to life in prison. Now, we'll be here all afternoon, and you can stream this trial live on our website. David, Ursula?
Erica, do we know if any of those neighbors or the 6-year-old child are going to testify in this case?
There is talks of now the 8-year-old. She is now 8-year-old sister of. There is talks right now that she could be called in, as well as some of those neighbors. Right now, the first couple of witnesses have gone through. We've heard from a nurse who treated Mercedes when she was taken into the hospital, as well as one of the first responding officers there at the hospital. And obviously, we'll have more on this on our website, ksat.com.
When there's back and forth like that between counsel and the judge, does that affect the case any? A lot of people want to know, does that upset the judge that corrections have to be made and, some scolding has to take place?
Yeah, you could kind of feel the tension. It was you could feel that the judge was almost getting a little annoyed that that these objections kept going. And this is very rare. You don't see this often during opening, that a jury has to be escorted out in the middle of opening. Usually they do what they have to do and then they start with their case. So yeah, it was a little tense in there while this was going on.
All right, more to come. Thank you so much. Erica Hernandez reporting live from the Justice Center.